So I'm just about to test myself. I've woke up with the most excruciating hangover after my birthday. I'm just about to do a 60-mile cycle ride. I've just drunk a coffee for the first time in 3 weeks and my bowels have just opened up to the world. It's gonna rain. I think we're expecting thunderstorms. And I'm gonna cycle to the beach. So this is what I wanted actually. I put myself, like I say, in the worst possible scenario to test whether I'm waterproof or my stuff is waterproof, because you never know when I'm gonna do this trip to Holland. It could just rain all week and I need to make sure that my feet are gonna stay dry. My phone is not gonna conk out for not being waterproof, and I've got all the right equipment to do this. So this is a good test. Today I'm going to cycle from Midsummer Norton, which is near Bath, to Burnham-on-Sea, up to Weston, and then back to my hometown Timsbury. Watch this space. With a stinking hangover, I feel like shit. Let's do this. So the first part of the journey is uphill, all the way to Wells. You're looking at the first hour, I suppose, there's quite a steady incline. After that, it's quite flat. Most of the journey is going to be quite flat, so just like Holland. There's not much wind at the moment, but it is going to piss it down later, so I'm going to get quite wet later on, but at the moment it's fine. So let's see how we get on. So, just come into the climb onto the Mendip. So there's a bit of an uphill climb and then there's a real downward hill into Wells. What's the best thing about hills? The other side. So I've just arrived in my first stop in Wells. This place is unbelievable. This cathedral, Wells Cathedral, is a work of art. It's the smallest city in England just because it's got a cathedral. And you look at the detail. And then you look at the houses they knock up nowadays and you think, where did we go wrong? Absolutely stunning. It's like the temples in India. In England you've got beautiful castles and cathedrals and churches. It's just started to rain. So it's just started to rain. No doubt it's going to get worse, so I'm just going to try and get coffee somewhere and then work out how the hell I'm going to get to Burnham. I haven't got a clue right now. So just going around Wells Market. For those of you that are Hot Fuzz fans, this is where the last scenario happened, where all the pensioners were packing Uzis and shooting the shit at each other. This is where it happened. This is where it was. So today was the first day that I was back on the coffee, and today I just had a coffee in Wells. Did I miss it? Not really. I suppose the only good thing about it was it woke me up a bit, and it basically meant that my bowels started working a bit better, but apart from that, I don't really like it anymore. It doesn't taste very nice. Doesn't do a lot for me, so suddenly realise how many people are actually drinking this stuff. Like, there's coffee shops everywhere. How many people are actually addicted to coffee? It's crazy. Every other person I've seen has got a coffee cup in their hand, and there's coffee shops everywhere. So the only two things that are addictive and legal right now are gambling and coffee. Oh, and traffic wardens. But I wouldn't say traffic wardens are very addictive, they're just a pain in the ass. I do feel for traffic wardens actually. Not a very nice job. Got to be a certain kind of individual to do it, I suppose. I just stopped to do a bit of a comparison between England and Holland. In England, there's things like police notice, kill your speed. Kill it, kill that speed. It's always like negative and abruptive and like, you know, you want to stop something and you're going to be prosecuted. That's England. You're gonna be whipped and prosecuted and punished if you don't kill your speed. Whereas in Holland, like, they're just nice about it. They say, look mate, you know, just don't go fast because, you know, you might hurt someone. That's the difference, I think, between, that's why we're so uptight in England, is because all of these rules are there to make you feel uptight and make you feel like you're gonna be punished for the rest of your life if you don't kill your speed. If you don't slow down, we're gonna get a speed gun and make sure that you'll be punished and fined. So that's the difference, I think, in a lot of cases. That's why in some cases I love Holland, because the police are nice, you know, and the rules are nice, and everyone's nice about things, and they understand the logic behind why you need to slow down and not be told to kill your speed. Sorry, ran over anyway. So I'm just cycling through on the way to Webmore. You forget how beautiful the English countryside is this time of year. Dude, it's really an amazing place. You forget it, because 8 months of the year is shit. But the 4 months that you get good weather, it's something to really enjoy, because everything's green, because we get so much rain in England, so everything's nice and green and fresh. When you drive through these places, you don't really appreciate it, you don't look at all of the farms and the countryside and all the little B&Bs and the little mills, and it's just stunning. It's like you really take it in. I drove to Burnham-on-Sea sometimes. My nan used to live in Highbridge, we used to go there all the time when we were kids, but I never remembered all this. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll just show you now. It's probably a bit wobbly on the bike. I'll stop in a minute and show you. So I just wanted to stop because it's a bit wobbly on the bike, but this is just an example of a village that I never even knew existed. Henton Village Hall. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. Sorry to keep doing comparisons between Holland and England, but this is very much like Holland, apart from dun dun dun, there's a hill. That's the difference. Right, I'm about an hour away from Burnham and it's just started to rain, so first test, am I waterproof? So I can show you the view, beautiful countryside in the West Country. Empty lanes. This is another thing I love about England, is that you've got all these lanes that are very much sort of, unless you know them, are not used. So they're great for cycling down. Look at that over there, that little village. Beautiful. So the sat nav's taking me down a route where the roads just disappeared. I'm going down a gravel track on a racing bike. It's not a good idea, I could get a puncture. And it's pissing it down. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I'll let you yeah, see how I get on. So I got a little lost. Yeah, rule number one, don't ever trust the sat nav. It took me down a path that turned into a footpath that turned into a field. I had to go all the way back, and then I got lost because there's no mobile phone signal. And ended up cycling to Webmore, so I had to backtrack on myself. And now I'm on the road to Highbridge, so I'm on the right way, but it's about 7 miles. Only an hour off my journey. But I've just come through here, and it's like a peat industry. A big farm where you can get all your soil. It's amazing. So yeah, an interesting place. Well, I made it. Took a bit of a diversion, around 10 miles, so I probably did about 40 miles to get here rather than 30. But yeah, Burnham-on-Sea. I'm not going to jinx it. It's wet, but it's not torrential. And these things work, so that's good. Keep my feet wet, keep my feet dry. I'm just going to go and get something to eat and chill for a bit. So I made it. I'm waterproof, which is good. So it's pretty wet. And I'm just stopping to get some fish and chips. Yeah, I'd hate to have to come on holiday to Burnham-on-Sea and it's like this. Not the nicest of weather. So diet out the window today. It's for my birthday treat. Okay, so why is it hangover never really properly kicks in until you have something to eat? This has a fish and chips. I feel like I've eaten more than I usually do in a week. And now I really feel heavy. And I've got 30 miles. And my next trip is, I was going to go along the coast to Weston and back up through Churchill, Chew Magna, Chew Valley, and then back up towards Bath. Yeah, really feeling the hangover now. It's going to be a task, an arduous task, cycling back. Good news is most of it's flat until I get to Chelwood, which is just down the road from my home. And there's a massive hill back to Timsbury, but apart from that, 95% of the journey is flat, so it's the positive side. The English Riviera. Beautiful. I always remember when I was a kid that I used to walk along here at night with the tide coming in with my grandparents, and used to walk under here as the tide was coming in and see if we could get through the other side before it came right up to against the wall. There used to be a boat on like an old shipwreck in Burnham, but I don't know if it's still here. Donkey crossing after working hard in the summer season on the beach, Weston's famous donkeys spent the winter resting in local pastures, walking back to the their winter home. helicopter museum. Pretty impressive. Just got back from the bike ride and I broke down in Churchill, just coming out of Weston. So I had to get someone to come and pick me up. The bike just decided that it wasn't going to allow me to pedal. I need to look at the cog, the back wheel, and see what's wrong with it. It was good though, good test, especially because I was completely hungover and it was torrential rain in some parts, so giving myself the worst case scenario because you never know weather's gonna be like in Holland, and no doubt I'll be having a couple of drinks as well. So it was a good chance to test things. So these are great sunglasses, just does the job, nice and bright. My phone case, so I bought a phone case, well, I got one for my birthday. This wasn't great, although it's good for your phone. It's not very waterproof, so I need to maybe rethink taking something to Holland with me. A sec, I'll just get the other stuff in a minute. This is really good, just to attach to the bike, really easy to attach and really sturdy. Yeah, it was great. One thing I found as well was I think I'm going to need a secondary battery charger, power supply, and a way to charge my phone while it was going, because battery soon drains when you've got the maps. Yeah, the other thing I realised as well, sometimes it's just best to follow your nose and not listen to the sat nav. It did take me into a field, and on the way back it tried to, instead of going the roadway, it decided to try and get me to go all the way up to the Mendips, which is like a 900 foot climb, which was ridiculous, when there's another route that was a lot better. These were brilliant, kept your feet waterproof, so yeah, they're amazing. There's nothing worse than going on a bike ride and getting soggy feet. So I highly recommend these. These are really good. I'll put all the links and descriptions to all these items in the comments, in the description below. So yeah, highly recommend a pair of these. They're brilliant. Now I'm just gonna chill.